And welcome back. Well, I'm just looking at the diffuse map that I've created. I'll put some more insignia on and flatten the image down. And as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, yeah, fine, fair enough, but it looks flat and uninteresting. So what we need to do is look at ways in which to start to bring this alive. Right, let's get cracking. Well, here we are back in Photoshop. Now, when I mentioned earlier that I'd flattened the image, what I meant was that I'd flattened the layers in Photoshop so that I now have just the one diffuse layer. We still have the UVW map underneath to act as a guiding reference, but that's not required. Okay, so how are we going to actually start to get this fuselage looking as though it's alive? Well, I have prepared a few grunge maps actually, and I'm going to pull one up now. So here we are, got this grunge map. Let me just push that up there again. Okay, well what I'm going to do is select all of it. So go select all, edit, copy. I can lower that down there now, and now that we're in this layer, I'm going to say edit, paste. Now it's pasted a new layer here, and we've got the grunge file there. Okay, well I'm going to pop up to edit and into transform here, and I'm going to go scale first of all. I can zoom out a little bit because I want to bring this over and up. Let's have a look. So let's look for a really good sort of section. Bring that across as well. Just yep, say OK with that. So I like to go up here, press that, and it says, do you wish to apply? And I go, yes, I wish to apply. Okay, so now we've covered our image. Well, let's now turn our opacity down to something about that. Now, there are some sections that I don't want including in this. For example, this wing, the horizontal stabilizer there, some of those sections there, and the cockpit around here, certain parts down there. Okay, so we're on that layer. What I want to do is now just very quickly, in fact I'm going to go round here, just mapping this out, bring that down there. I'll keep that top section in there. Okay, and go to the rubber. I'm just going to take all that out there. I could of course make the brush bigger, but okay, so I'm not including those sections there, although I think I should include that section. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just pop round and rub out the sections that I don't want included. Well, there wasn't a great deal there that I had to erase. Just the exhaust reveals, the rear undercarriage recess, the rear horizontal elevator or the rear wing, and I also remove some areas on the fuselage and then applied a blur tool and also a smudge tool to work that in. Well, now that I removed the area of the rear wing section, what I need to do is add this material that we've already used to there, but this time do it so it's vertically. So let's pop into our metal scratches there. Marquee tool, let me find an interesting area. So I'm going to select this area down there, edit, copy, now into our fuselage section, and I'm going to go edit, paste. Now this, as I say, isn't running the right way as far as the grain is concerned, so let's now pop into edit, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Fine, let's bring this now. We can see that it's not covering the geometry, so edit, transform, scale, bring that across. There, that's covered all of it. Up to there, say apply, and I'm going to turn the opacity down to 5%. Incidentally, I also turned this layer down to 5% as far as opacity was concerned as well. Okay, well, with that done, I'm also going to apply another grunge texture, and it's this one here. Now all it is a straightforward grunge which is set onto a transparent background. So I'm going to select all of that, go edit, copy, now back into our fuselage section and go edit, paste. And you'll think, oh my god, don't worry. Right, let's go edit, transform, scale. I'm going to press Ctrl Alt and roller key just to zoom out here a little bit. Now bring that down there like that, and up to, so look, I don't want all of it in, so let's put that to about there. We're going to have to remove some of this as well, but that's fine for that now. Let's say go up there, say apply it, and now I'm going to take the opacity down to 5% also. Incidentally, you might like to pop to this website here for some really good free textures and grunge maps. There you go. You're limited to 15 megabytes download per day, but hey, you can always build up your own material portfolio, and that's the URL, cgtextures.com. Okay, let's close that down and back to this. Well, now I need to do the same again and remove some of this texture here with my eraser. So select that, eraser, make that a little bit bigger for this. I can see the areas, so just remove these around here in the cockpit section. There, that area down there, along here, and in there, and that's that. So now let's merge these layers. In fact, first take layer 1 up to 100%, now up to layer, I'm just going to go merge visible, and then go file, save, and then very promptly back up to edit and go step back. Okay, now let's go to 3ds Max. As we can see, our diffuse map has now been updated. Let's go for a quick render. Well, it's getting there, but there is something else that we can do, and I have jumped forward a little bit for this purpose. So I'm going to go into our material editor, pop down to maps, and as you can see here, I've got something in specular color and specular level, and they're two JPEG files. Okay, well, let's turn these on. Turn that on, and let's go for another render. And there we go. Well, it's certainly different. It doesn't look as flat. It seems to have shape and form and depth to it. Just rotate around another axis. There we go. And render. Let's close that and look at a different angle. Say from here. And go render. Well, that certainly has shape, depth, form and texture. It's now looking as though it's been standing out on an airfield and been subject to the elements. Now there's a lot more that we can do to this to make it that little bit more realistic. But you can see how this specular level starts to bring our fuselage alive. And this is also where you can start to develop and explore your skills as a graphic artist. Okay, well, mindful of the time, we'll continue this in the next session, and we'll start looking at how to create our images for the specular color and the specular level. Okay? I'll catch you later.